To use our strategy of count and touch, you'll need to go to our math room and click on the cube tool.
All right, for today's math job, you are going to need to go to our math classroom in our regular classroom, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But what we're going to be working on today is this strategy of count and touch. Remember, we've been learning that you have to organize your objects first, and then you're going to count and touch as you go. So let me show you what you're going to do. Step one, you're going to go to our classroom and you're going to click on the math room. When I click on the math room, it takes me to our actual math classroom. There's lots of tools in here. At the top are all the numbers we've learned how to write. If you need help with those, you can click on that. But today we're going to be using a new tool, and it's these little linking cubes right here on the shelf. And you see our poster says count and touch. So we're going to be doing these tools. So I'm going to take my little pointer, go right to the cubes and click on them. This looks similar to what we used last week. We used the squares. This time we're going to be using these linking cubes. Now, the first thing I want you to do is drag some over onto this table, this screen. So I'm just going to take a few, and I'm not going to worry about organizing them. I'm just going to put them over there. I don't care where I put them. Some of them kind of linked together. That's okay. Okay. Now I have my linking cubes. And now we remember, whenever we use a math strategy, the first thing we do is organize. These are not organized. So I'm going to organize first. I'm going to move them over. Whoops. Uh-oh. There we go. I had to click on it to unlink it. It was stuck together. So I have to click on it to unlink it. Otherwise, it's going to be stuck to the other one. Kind of like taking them apart. Okay. Do you think they're organized? I have to show you where my start and my stop are. This is my start, and this is my stop. Now for today's strategy, we're not counting and scooting. Counting and scooting. That was the last strategy we learned. The new strategy that we're doing is count and touch. So count and touch. So today what I'd like you to do is actually count and touch each object. So I'm going to count and touch. I can't say a number until I touch it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now if I want, I could then write my quantity on the back of my strategy. So I had the quantity of 7 across the sky and down to the floor. That's the number 7, and I had 7. When you're finished with 1, I want you to practice one more time. So you go to the eraser, click on the eraser, and then you have to click on each one to erase it. I'm going to erase all my cubes like I'm putting them away. And then I'm going to drag a few more and try it again. So try this 2 or 3 times.
You can even set a timer, boys and girls, for maybe 10 minutes and practice as many times as you can. Write down the quantity.
All right, so once again, I have a group on my desktop. I want to drag them over and organize them. If they get linked together, you just have to click them to unlink them, and then you can drag them over. Click and drag them over. Click and drag them over. And now I'm organized. They don't have to be in a perfectly straight line as long as I have a starting place and a stopping place. This is my start. This is my stop. And now I'm ready to count and touch. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My new quantity is 6. So I'm going to write my quantity on my sheet. Make a C and hook it in. And there's my new quantity. So set a timer, practice your new strategy of count and touch. Then we would like to see you use the strategy, have your parents upload a video of you using this new strategy so we can see how great you are becoming with your math.
If you can, have mom and dad take a video of you using count and touch counting strategy in the math room today.